Welcome to It Ain't Rocket Science. I'm Adam Balkin, and we are here at the interactive playground at the 14th annual Tribeca Film Festival, where technology and film meet you. An appropriate backdrop for this episode as we explore the ways you are interacting with science, technology, engineering, and math in your community. Stay where you are, and you'll see how an early start can make all the difference when it comes to tomorrow's STEM leaders, as students from Texas to North Carolina get their first exposure to the sciences. And you can take the plunge into underwater robotics with a group of young girls who, inspired by their surroundings, decided to take a crack at building an aquatic, remotely operated vehicle. And visit the edge of existence where life survives in some of the most inhospitable places on the planet. All this and more in this episode of It Ain't Rocket Science, part of Time Warner Cable's Connect a Million Minds initiative aimed at connecting you with science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community. It's not unusual to see athletes taking a congratulatory victory lap at the White House, but President Obama has extended the welcome mat to aspiring scientists and innovators who've come to participate in the president's personal science fair. Arlise Underwood checks out this year's crop of student thinkers and tinkers presenting their wares to the chief executive.
Kenneth Shinizuka's idea for helping patients with Alzheimer's now has an app and a much larger audience.
I didn't have any intention of applying it outside of my grandfather.
The New York high school student designed a heel pressure sensor that alerts caretakers when patients wander.
For it to be given so much recognition is really beyond my wildest expectations.
We've got to celebrate the winners of our science fairs as much as we celebrate the winners of football or basketball.
5 years and handfuls of students later, the White House Science Fair has given budding scientists a chance to apply their daily lives and even struggles to their projects. For Harry Paul, he used his experience with scoliosis to help others with the condition by creating a spinal implant that grows with the child.
It looks scary. What I'm proposing are these two little boxes.
A lot of the projects talk about the body and human behaviors, while others take the students into the lab and even into outer space. The team from Hobby Middle School in San Antonio, Texas, took a chance at growing crystals in low gravity, even if their first attempt hit a snag.
We grew all the crystals in this FME. This is actually the first FME we're going to use, but the space one blew up, so this is just an example now.
A team from North Carolina is trying to set its own buzzworthy example.
We're trying to spread awareness across our state, like they're saying the bees are rapidly declining, and it's not only in our state, it's actually a worldwide problem.
Some of the students say they're not sure if they want their STEM studies to stay with them after high school and middle school, but one thing they are sure of is that showcasing their projects here in the nation's capital is a lesson they'll remember forever. For It Ain't Rocket Science, Elise Underwood, Time Warner Cable News.
The White House Science Fair represents outstanding students in the fields of STEM, but they no doubt got their start on the junior circuit, not unlike these Texas middle school students cutting their teeth at their very first science fair. Our Victoria Moranin takes us to Burnett Middle School for the inaugural event.
The sea of lab coats is an unfamiliar sight at Burnett Middle School.
This is my first science project I've ever done.
It's been years since the middle school hosted a science fair. That's why Cynthia Whitney worked to bring it back.
They don't have the resources that other kids have, and for them to get this self-confidence that they are just as good as anyone else and they can compete with other kids, it's going to be life-changing. They will never forget it.
More than 70% of this school's students are considered at risk of dropping out. But with support and the right tools, Whitney felt it gave these students a chance to not only learn more about science, but also themselves.
When I discovered that I was actually way smarter than I thought I was, I realized that I could do so much with just so little material I had.
These students came up with their own science projects, from lemon batteries to paper airplanes.
Even the simplest experiment can mean so much to them. And my heart has always been with these kiddos because I know you can do it.
I'd like to be like a doctor or a therapist when I grow up because I just want to help people.
For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Victoria Moranin.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of America have long been a refuge, as well as a place where students can pursue enhanced learning opportunities. And as our Sharon Stone tells us from North Carolina, that motivation has club members setting their sights on careers in technology.
Of all the things on the mind of a tween girl, this group is making sure STEM education will be one of them.
We can look it up on Google.
It's working for 11-year-old Sadeja Artis.
I would like to know more about technology and how to program it, not just playing games that other people made.
The Boys and Girls Club is partnering with IT company CA Technologies to host a Tech Girls Rock workshop.
It ties in with a lot of what the Boys and Girls Clubs is about as far as teaching academic success and really training kids to have great futures.
Opportunities here include hands-on activities.
The thing that I like the most so far that I have went to is when we went to the computer lab and we were coding.
From computer coding to a STEM-focused scavenger hunt and IT experts available to answer questions. 4 STEM sessions are designed for the group of 100 girls.
There is an underrepresented number of women in the STEM fields that are out there.
Periodic table. Exactly.
The workshop is a national initiative making stops around the country to get tween and teen girls interested in science, technology, engineering, and math.
I think when I grow up, I'm always going to look back to this day and realize that, oh, I did this, or I can do something better.
A day designed to support girls like her. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Sharon Stone.
Jamestown, New York is the home of comedian Lucille Ball, but at a recent STEM fest held in the town, science students were dead serious about getting a leg up on jobs utilizing the sciences. Our Mark Goshgarian has the story from Western New York.
It's an event designed to help launch a student's career in the local manufacturing industry.
Those jobs are out there for them. We just need to make sure that they have the skill sets that are needed.
Dream It, Do It of Western New York helped organize the 4th annual Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, or STEM Wars, at Jamestown Community College on Wednesday. Close to 500 students from 24 area school districts competed in a variety of events designed to help spark their interest in those fields.
It's giving me more ideas, more thoughts about what I want to do.
Students also met with more than 20 different technology vendors and area manufacturers to explore their options and discuss future career opportunities.
I have an idea of maybe working with engineering, but I'm still exploring my options.
Manufacturing right now is kind of treading water.
Industry leaders say that's why it's important to connect with students at an early age and challenge them to work hard as they further their education.
A lot of people are aging and retiring, so we need this generation of kids to get the STEM education and stay in the county or come back to the county to work for these companies so we can continue to offer these great jobs.
Awards were also handed out to the competition winners. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Mark Goshgarian.
We have to stop here for a quick break, but coming up, we'll take a deeper dive as we look at how girls are bridging the gender gap in the sciences, both in underwater technology and in everyday surface transportation. Women have designs on occupations traditionally reserved for men. To find more hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community, check out theconnectory.org, where curiosity meets opportunity.